Yeah, he's just having a good time. He's partying, got bottles. Right? And start the fight is not doing as well. Only just 3 niggas is the picture. You got rich niggas, you got tough niggas, and they easily become collateral.
50, who own your masters? Who own your masters? I buy your masters. You better shut up. I will buy your masters.
Rick Ross may have made one of his biggest missteps yet. Word on the street is he seriously crossed a line by allegedly threatening to acquire 50 Cent's masters and attempting to circulate a fake video placing 50 at one of Diddy's infamous parties. But 50 isn't letting this slide quietly. He's gearing up for retaliation, and Ross could be in for more heat than ever before.
Slippery soap. You know, I actually washed the car because I'm supporting my brother. I'm not just buying slippery soap. I'm actually using it myself. So, yo, just stay tuned to see Diddy and Rose wash the car.
Brother, Ricky Rose, you a hustler, man. Woo! I know you for a long time for helping me with Ciroc, to just like watching your whole get down. You a hustling motherfucker.
Reportedly, Ross devised a plan to distribute an artificial video implying that 50 was involved in an embarrassing and questionable situation with Diddy. But here's the catch. The footage is entirely fabricated using AI, and 50 is fully aware of that. He's not brushing it off, he's preparing to respond with serious force. Sources close to him say he's coming with solid evidence, and the situation could escalate quickly. To add fuel to the fire, it's rumored Ross will make a cameo in 50's upcoming documentary on Diddy. And this isn't just any documentary.
Boy, I see you struggling making that G-Unit film studio out there in Louisiana where that cheapest land at. You thought you was gonna be able to do it. You thought you was gonna be able to get them loans, and it ain't. What's wrong? What's taking so long? I know you want to make your mama one of them walking stars thing. Put down there how your mama live. Make her own walking star. Don't leave Louisiana. Don't quit like that, because you showed the picture of how you wanted it to look. We call it renderings. You had the renderings, then you try to go get them loans, and ain't nobody loan you that money. You ain't even built the G-Unit studio yet. That might be why when I stood next to Meech, your knees buckled. Your knees buckled. Put your back against the wall. Po nigga. You're po hustler. 50, who own your masters? Who own your masters? I buy your masters. You better shut up. I will buy your masters.
It's expected to feature never-before-seen footage, exclusive behind-the-scenes content, and startling revelations from insiders who witnessed it all firsthand. Allegedly, there's actual video showing the lengths some artists, including Ross, went to in order to maintain their status with industry elites. If any of this proves true, Ross might face the most damaging public fallout of his career. And this is just the beginning. 50 is only getting started. Let's dive deeper. The conflict between 50 Cent and Rick Ross is reigniting. Reports suggest Ross tried to leak a doctored video portraying 50 in a compromising position with other men at a high-profile industry party, a complete fabrication. This was supposedly Ross's attempt to retaliate after years of tension, particularly following the BMF and Big Meech controversies. Back in March, Ross had already taken shots at 50 online, mocking his financial troubles and even bragging about purchasing his masters. But now, he tried to escalate things with this AI-driven hoax. That plan quickly unraveled. 50 caught wind of the scheme before it could go public and shut it down completely. Now, he's working on his own countermove, and Ross has no idea what's coming. Sources indicate that 50 is entering full-on revenge mode. Reportedly, he has real footage that shows Ross in a very different and highly compromising situation. And let's just say it's not something Ross would want made public. The clip allegedly links back to his close relationship with Diddy. If the rumors are accurate, Ross is on the verge of a major exposure. Sources also suggest that Ross will feature in 50's upcoming Diddy-focused documentary series, and if that footage makes it in, it could cause instant reputational damage. Now, let's examine Ross and Diddy's tight-knit relationship. People have been raising eyebrows about that bond for a while. When disturbing allegations about Diddy began to surface in the media, 50 didn't hesitate to react. He posted a provocative Instagram video that drew serious attention. In it, former bad boy artist Mark Curry alleged that Diddy used to spike drinks and give out pills to women at parties. That alone sparked widespread concern. But 50 didn't stop there. He posted a clip featuring Ross's controversial lyrics, where he rapped about putting something in a woman's drink, followed by a screenshot of those exact lines. His caption read, "What the F?" and "At some point, you just have to do the right thing." 50 was making his stance crystal clear. Yet, things continued to escalate. Just as it seemed like the situation couldn't get worse, the internet erupted with fresh rumors suggesting Ross had also been present at Diddy's infamous parties. Then, an old video resurfaced showing Ross and Diddy washing cars together, joking about slippery soap, sparking speculation that it hinted at some kind of inside joke. Audiences weren't letting it go unnoticed. Jonathan Oda didn't just drop a few claims, he unleashed major accusations. He directly alleged that Diddy was part of a secret group called The Bold, which he described as a black version of the Illuminati. And it didn't stop there. He claimed Diddy treated him like a servant and later paid him off to keep quiet. That's only the beginning. Ota delivered a string of disturbing stories that caught everyone off guard. Here's the twist. It all came out during an investigation into the Trump Dal Hotel shooting from May 2018. While being questioned about that incident, he unexpectedly brought up Diddy, and that's when things took a turn into deeper controversy. According to the Daily Mail, before the shooting, Oda had worked as an exotic dancer and adult performer on a site called Dancing Bear, which is known for showing wild party scenes involving men in bear costumes. Yes, seriously. Now, think about this. In her lawsuit, Cassie claimed Diddy forced her to attend those infamous parties involving male staff and masks. Suddenly, the bear costume connection doesn't sound quite so far-fetched. Back to the interrogation footage, some of Oda's statements sounded extreme, but people online began connecting the dots. Why? Because he made these claims about Diddy 5 years before Cassie filed her lawsuit. That had a lot of people reevaluating everything. Here's what he said point blank. First, Oda claimed that Diddy sent Rick Ross, yes, Ross, to silence him. Then, he made an even more shocking accusation, suggesting that Diddy, Ross, and DJ Khaled were secretly involved with one another in a romantic way. That revelation alone had social media in a frenzy. But Ota didn't stop there.
Ross and Ross, which are good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross and Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross,
Yeah.
and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
He was around all heterosexual. Don't nobody say that. Nigga, we know what it is. Y'all motherfuckers mad at me. Let me tell you something. If Rick Ross watching this, let me tell you something. Stop hiring drivers. Drivers always tell on you. I know what happened at LAX with that boy.
Oh. And that's
my
He pushed further, alleging that those parties weren't just social events. They were actually secret rituals tied to a twisted Illuminati agenda. He went so far as to say they were used for psychological manipulation, and even claimed real sacrifices were involved. Then he mentioned Bohemian Grove, a highly secretive location where, according to rumors, influential men gather for mysterious and unsettling ceremonies behind closed doors. Oda insisted these weren't just conspiracy theories, they were real, and he claimed Diddy's name was right in the middle of it. When asked how he knew all this, Oda said Diddy personally told him everything, including his role in the Bold, the alleged Black Illuminati. He also said Diddy had deep political connections, largely thanks to a powerful legal team. And that wasn't the end of it. Oda claimed he had overheard several of Diddy's private conversations with business associates before and after those alleged parties. He stood firm on his account that Diddy treated him like property. Then he added one final explosive allegation, that Diddy gave him an STD, and that they settled the matter privately with a multi-million-dollar confidentiality agreement. Now here's what really has people talking. Jonathan made these claims years before Cassie filed her lawsuit. And a lot of what he said lines up with what Cassie later accused Diddy of. That timing has folks wondering, was he telling the truth all along? But check this out. After Jonathan was charged in connection with the 2018 shooting, he vanished from the public eye. Reports mention the charges, but there's no record of a conviction or where he ended up. It's like he disappeared completely. Meanwhile, Rick Ross has been vocal about everything else, throwing jabs at 50 Cent, giving his opinion on the Drake and Kendrick Lamar situation. But when it comes to Diddy and these serious allegations, Ross has stayed completely silent, not a single comment. And the more he stays quiet, the more people notice. Especially now with new whispers in the industry hinting that Ross might be living a different kind of lifestyle behind the scenes. Recently, an old interview resurfaced and went viral. Comedian Corey Holcomb claimed Ross was getting a little too comfortable with his male driver. The streets have been buzzing ever since. Then Ross's ex, Tia Kemp, didn't hold back either. She came at him hard online. "I know you on those tapes, Freaky B. I know you are. 10 kids in and I'm not letting up on you." She went off. "Why so quiet now? Nobody cares about your designer bags and sneakers. No one's watching your jets. You're out of attention. Go ride that bike with Diddy." She flamed him without hesitation. And Ross, not a single word in response. Complete silence, just like every time someone brings up his close ties with Diddy, it's like that topic freezes him. But here's where Ross may have really gone wrong. He poked the wrong bear. If the rumors online hold any truth, 50 Cent is ready to unleash serious payback. And this isn't just about the recent drama. This has been building for years. Their feud dates back to 2008. It all started at the BET Awards when Ross claimed he didn't like the way 50 looked at him. That's it, but 50 later said he didn't even realize Ross was at the event. Wild, right? After that, Ross escalated. Things with the track Mafia music, throwing subtle shots at 50. He even took it further by referencing a fire at the house where 50's ex, Shaniqua Tompkins, lived, implying 50 had something to do with it. That crossed a line, and 50 didn't hold back. He fired back with the now iconic diss, "Officer Ricky." That's when he brought out the evidence. Yes, the infamous photo of Ross in a corrections officer uniform. The streets went crazy. Ross tried to deny it at first, saying it was fake or photoshopped. But once 50 dropped the diss, the truth was out, and Ross couldn't run from it anymore. Eventually, he had to admit it was legit. Still, Ross stood by his past, saying being a CO didn't affect his credibility or who he is as an artist. But 50, he's never let Ross forget it. Not once. He's been roasting him for that ever since. And now, with these new allegations and the rumored documentary on the horizon, it looks like 50 might be getting ready to end this once and for all. "When I rap, it's real," Ross once said. "The drugs are real. The gun talk is real. That's the life I lived." But with everything that's coming to light, people are starting to question what's real and what's just part of the image. But let's be honest, that Officer Ricky diss must have hit a nerve, because Ross ended up calling into Angela Yee's show just to criticize the track. Some might call that petty, but 50 wasn't about to let that slide. He fired back. Not with another diss track, but with a video titled "Warning Shot," where he stared straight into the camera and said he was going to wreck Ross's entire image for fun. And he wasn't bluffing. He launched a full-blown cartoon series on his website called Officer Ricky. New episodes dropped every Saturday, constantly mocking Ross. The internet ate it up. But 50 wasn't done with the trolling. He went a step further, tracked down Ross's ex, Tia Kemp, and got her to share personal stories about Ross's past as a corrections officer. Then, to top it off, 50 took her on a public shopping spree. Designer. Handbags, luxury shoes, the whole deal. Just to embarrass Ross. Still, Ross didn't stay silent. He hit back with serious disrespect. He dragged 50's son Marquise into the beef by posting a photoshopped picture of the kid's face on a monkey's body. That crossed a major line. So what did 50 do? He retaliated with something even more controversial. He somehow obtained a private video Ross's other baby mama, Lestonia Leviston, had made with an ex. 50 added his own voiceover to the clip, then released it online, but that move didn't go unpunished. In 2015, a judge ordered 50 to pay $5 million for leaking the tape, plus an additional $2 million for emotional distress. Even with that setback, Ross wasn't ready to end the beef. He kept putting out diss tracks, keeping the feud alive, but 50 kept taking things further. After Ross suffered 2 seizures in October 2011, 50 said he wasn't hoping for the worst, but he wasn't offering prayers either. That response was ice cold. The rivalry got so toxic that even folks in the industry were calling for a truce. But honestly, there's no fixing this. 50 has made it very clear. He'll never respect someone who wore a badge and later tried to act like a street legend in his music. And that's where we'll leave it. For now. But don't be surprised if more revelations surface soon. If you made it this far, be sure to like, subscribe, drop a comment, and tap that bell icon so you're always up to date on the latest. This saga, it's far from over. Catch you on the next one.